Bro, I ain't never done a haircut in my studio before. All right, y'all. So for the only 2 viewers we got, no, just
Let
like
me try. Just because I think you might be too long. I might try out that the stupid chair.
the culture,
Let me see real quick.
culture. Criticize.
Should I sit right here real quick? Yeah. Is there?
Oh, you gonna mess up my posture, brother? This one's
This one is too tall.
it's not that bad.
It's too tall.
This one's too tall. Are y'all gassing me?
I'm trying to be good, but you want me to be all slunched.
Oh, I see. It's all good. All good. Just for you, Mr. Lifted. Oh yeah. All right, we going right here. All right, gang. Y'all gotta get a proper introduction, man. So right now, we in Emlyn HQ, and after years later, after our last podcast we filmed what 3-4 years ago. I didn't have any of this shit. I didn't have none of this shit. It was literally just a couch. And my boy Sammy came through. You know what I'm saying? He laced up stuff with some game. This is before Lifted Beauty. You know what I'm saying? I think you only had the First Street and the studio. Yeah. That was the last time we did some content together. So my boy had to come through. Bless us.
Everybody, what's good, everybody?
Had to bless us. You know what I mean?
First, I just want to know what subject you trying to attend first, bro.
Shit, all right, bro.
You know we talk about a lot of things,
bro. We talk about hella shit, dog. Like
I mean,
hella
there's
shit.
some things
I don't know if you ready to talk about that, bro.
I don't want you to get canceled on your first day either.
Nah,
you know?
no. Sammy's we're gonna push the boundaries today, guys. We're really gonna push the boundaries. It's more than I've ever talked about, and he's definitely very vocal on Instagram. But today we're gonna give him a real platform. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy, bro. At the end of the day, like I've known Sammy since we were in middle school, bro. We got into fights together, bro. Like real shit. Like we fucking got kicked out of soccer teams. Like fuck, bro. You didn't bring that shit up. He's like, you didn't have to bring that shit up. No,
that's good. I mean, I'd rather have it be as honest as possible, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't intend from this to offend anybody from our topics and stuff like that. But,
no, we're gonna transition smooth. We gotta give him a little appetizer, you know, something like regular shit. People could all understand that we gonna hit them with that topic. They're gonna be like, oh shit, turn it off.
Yeah, I think one topic would be good, bro. And we'll start off with you. Is
all right, what is it?
What do you think? Let's start off our fields. You know, me barbering, content creating, and event planning.
All right, you want me to go first?
What do you think, like from the people that are first entering your business? What is the biggest mistakes that they're committing right now?
Shit.
Just for those that are like already coming up on your side.
Damn.
What are the obvious mistakes that people are making right now to start off?
He's asking me some real ass question right now. I think the biggest mistake people do in my industry is underestimate community. Like, yeah, let's do a high fade, bro. High, low, high, mid, whatever that is. Oh shit, bro! I'm gonna get my office hella dirty. No, just funny. Yeah, a lot of people they underestimate community. Like they think that they could just pop into a new city with hella money. Oh, I'm finna go book this person. I'm finna go bring this production. We're gonna go hella crazy. And look, sometimes it works. I mean, you got big companies that have millions of dollars that can afford a production like that, and they can deliver an event, and people might not bat an eye because it looks great. But when it comes to like boots on the ground, who was at the event, how did it feel like, what was the experience? Like some people be talking, man, and like a lot of that shit spreads. You know, San Jose, like I always tell people it's the biggest, smallest city because it's a big ass city. But everybody knows each other. Like everyone knows someone from somewhere. Like literally. So I think you gotta move smart, and you can't just be acting like you're hot shit and your shit don't stink. And I think that's what I've noticed about my industry is like people underestimate like how much the word gets out. You know what I mean? Like if you do bad business, you get me?
Yeah. Do you think like that you need do you think that people that start off in your business they need like a large amount of money to start off with it? Or do you think you could do it with like the basic home setup?
Fuck, man, that's a good question.
That's a good one.
That's a good question. Sammy
that wasn't your parodies. I'm just speaking about the top, just so we can get people to get an idea of what it does to take off from our side of business. You know, that just to help them like ignore the bad details and just have the basic logic of how to just start off. You know. Yeah. So right now you just explained what the expectations are pretty much, right? Now, how to start it off? What would you say that as? Like,
Shit,
can you do it with a basic setup? Or do you need would you say you need a team already from the beginning? Or is this something you could do kind of by yourself with the home setup? Or what do you feel is needed to start off?
Yeah, no, I think you gotta have, man, there's so many ways to answer it, but I think for sure you gotta have some operating capital. Like, I feel like if you want to do something like good right from the beginning, you gotta have some type of operating capital. But if you're like ground level and you're just trying to make some shit shake, you could really go to any restaurant, any venue, and tell them, hey, what day are you slow? Like, what's the slowest day of the week for you guys? Oh, we don't got no business on Monday, or no Tuesday, on Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, we have our things on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're good. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the slowest days. So then that's when you bring value to the venue owner and be like, hey, I can bring a, which one? That? You could bring 100 people just off of your clout. If you got promotion and you got some influence, you could get people to show up. You could convince a venue to let you get the space for free and be like, hey, look, I'll bring you 100 customers, but you got to give me the venue for free. And you got to let me promote your space and let people believe that it's my event, And I think that's an easy way to get started if you're trying to like do promotion and stuff. That's how I started. I mean, shit, when we first did Culture Night Market, we did it at a parking lot, but that wasn't my first event, A lot of people didn't know that I'd done events like years before that. Like, I did an event at Loft. That was like one of my first events. And then also at the Coyote Ranch, it was like a wedding venue. But like, it's all relationships too, though, But to answer your question, bro, like, it just depends on the type of event, If you try to do something intimate, you can get it free. But if you try to do some like production, you got to have some operating capital, for sure. Yeah, man. But what about your industry, man? I feel like y'all industry, y'all be competitive. There's a lot of egos. Everybody's thinking they're hot shit. Like, I don't know. I just get that vibe from like, not you per se, but like other barbers.
So you pretty much just explained it though. I think that's what everybody's problem is, like their ego gets too high too quick, I think when I first started cutting hair, my ego was not high at all. I was doing haircuts at a very low price. My way of building a booked out schedule is pretty much get filled up, lift up your prices. Get filled up, lift up your prices. And people are lifting up their prices.
Facts.
They'd rather do one haircut for $60, $70 than do 5 haircuts for $40,
People are trying to run before they can walk.
Exactly. I think the purpose is to stay busy. So, I mean, I've gone to the point, bro, where I've even given free haircuts. When I first started cutting hair, I remember I'll do 1 haircut, 2 haircuts. I had time, and I'll literally call like a family member, and I'll be like, hey, come through, let me just give you a haircut for free. Just so I could have something to post on my Instagram, which would bring me more clients at the end of the day. But a lot of people don't want to do the free stuff.
Nah, right? Bro. That's where the money
Everybody
at,
wants
though.
to get a payout from the jump.
Bruh.
And I think the biggest way to grow is by offering discounts, is by giving deals, and even giving out some stuff for free, especially in the beginning, Yeah. Maybe as you get more busy, you don't have to do it as much.
Yeah.
But a lot of it has to be just from taking like a loss, right?
Yeah, you got to go through failure, bro.
Yeah, you got to take
like some people don't even appreciate failure like that. You kind of got to know what pain feels like before you know what joy is like.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't know what joy is if you don't know what pain is, bro.
And then what was the other one?
That motherfuckers got egos, they like super competitive with each other. Yeah. I mean, that's just like outside in.
So me, when I first started at a shop, a lot of people, when they ask me, is there walk-ins or do you get a lot of foot traffic and stuff like that? Personally, bro, with social media nowadays, bro, I don't think you should even be depending on your barbershop.
Yeah.
You could already build clients from your garage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could build clients during barber college. A lot of barbers are making the mistake is they go through barber college and they don't even try to put an effort to build already a solid clientele. So when they get to a shop, they don't have to depend on that commission style, because if they don't have their clients, bro, they're gonna start depending on commission. They're taking away more money from you. You're getting kind of finessed in a way.
Yeah.
And it's so cool that you get some clients in, but at the same time, if you can already walk in with a base clientele, you don't have to take that deal.
Yeah,
you just work off a base rent. It's just more profitable.
And some people are not ready to take that leap because it's a risk.
Yeah, they don't.
Some people aren't ready to take that risk, but you got to though at some point, right? Like, it's kind of part of the journey.
Yeah, you don't want to depend on somebody, bro. You don't want to be depending on anything in general. You don't want to depend on nobody bringing you.
I think that's something.
I worked at a shop, bro, when I first started.
I remember.
It was a brand new shop. It didn't have no walk-ins.
Yeah.
It didn't have no.
Hey, Maya, can you bring the camera
appointments.
closer? Maya? Yo. Damn, bro, where you at? Damn, son. I'm like, she's like, God damn, cousin. She said, hold on, AirPod. I'm fucking weak. Can you move the camera closer, please? My bad. She's like, nah, bro. Let me call you next time. Nah, my bad. Go ahead.
You should have texted me.
There you go. I got a better shot. Shoot it up towards Sammy's so you can see his face. She's like, yeah.
Actually gonna do
She's like, shit, I'm on the sidelines.
I thought I would.
If anything, you could back it up a little bit and then back it up a little bit and then there you go. And just raise it just like a centimeter so you can see his head. Right now he's headless. He's the headless barber right now.
It's okay, you'll be headless.
There you go. That looks good. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. If I'm watching this shit, I'm like, oh yeah, cooking. Yeah, my bad. I need to cut you off.
No, you're good. So pretty much what I was saying, bro, is that when I first started at my shop, at my first location, I didn't depend on any walk-ins or any clients like that, bro. It was pretty much.
You had to like go get
Let
it.
me kind of lose my momentum, bro.
My bad. Hey, bro, we still flowing, man. This shit don't stop. This shit don't stop, baby. Nah, but
Yeah, bro, just pretty much that.
nah, bro. I remember. You know what I remember? A side story, bro. I remember when we used to cut hair at the Urban Barber College. Is that what it was? The Urban
San Jose Barber College.
San Jose Barber College.
Yeah.
I remember used to cut hair for like $5, bro. Don't you remember that shit? You had walk-ins.
Yeah.
People paid $5. I remember one time he sent me a video of some white dude that came in there, and they pushed his headline hella back. It was like some dude across from you. You remember that shit, bro?
Yeah.
That shit had me weak, bro. But I agree with you though. You kind of have to earn your momentum and your influence. Some barbers actually do a really good job of that though. Like they actually keep their clientele for hella years. What do you think is the hardest part of like keeping your clientele?
I think it's just building connections.
But would you consider yourself like a social person, or do you feel like you became a social person through barbering?
I think honestly, bro, I had some.
That was a good one. That was a good one,
I
huh?
had some type of social battery already, but
Yeah.
to say I was comfortable around any type of person, I wasn't. It took me a lot to get comfortable around different type of people, different type of energy,
Yeah.
different type of cultures. You know, so it's barbering has definitely helped me be more social. Definitely, bro.
I feel like right now,
'Cause
bro.
what you're doing is reciprocating energy, right?
Yeah.
The client that comes into your chair, if they're like a person that likes to speak and talk a lot, you have to reciprocate that.
Yeah.
But if you got like a quiet person, then you don't have to make conversation. Sometimes they just come and they're just chilling,
Just
you know?
chill. They're just
Yeah, I know how to
chill.
read the energy in the room, right?
For sure. Gotta be an energy reader. Read the vibes. What's a crazy experience you've had with a customer that you cut their hair for?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I really haven't had anything crazy, bro. I think
You've been cutting hair
you
for
gotta be
hell
able to have
years.
control in your room, bro. You gotta, I have,
Yeah.
there's been little situations, but nothing that's like crazy, bro.
Yeah. Well, maybe like in the earlier
The
days.
crazy
when you-
stuff happens when you don't got control of the room, like when you're getting mad at your client for being hella late, and next thing you know, y'all get into an argument about it, or your client
Bro, you
tells you
late.
what you want, you just do whatever you want. So, for the most part, bro, I really don't have any crazy situations. I mean, at the barbershop, sometimes
At the barbershop in general.
you'll get like some random person just come in and, just like be hella rude, bro. But to the point where it gets out of hand, nah, bro. I think I've always had control with the shops, where I don't let things get out of hand.
I see motherfuckers get beat up at the barbershop before. like I remember growing up, we went to Fat Effects, when we were in middle school, before I was getting cut by you. I remember going to Fat Effects, the black people barbershop, and that shit was going up, like something always going on. But I remember one time there was this homeless dude this one came in and he sat with like the owner. You get me?
Yeah.
And this one sat with the owner and got a whole ass haircut, talking hella shit. Like he's just bullshitting with everybody. And then at the end, he's like, "Oh shit, bro, I don't got no money with me right now." And bro got so mad, bro. They beat his ass, bro. They like pushed him on his ass, and he was like leaking from his head, and he left out. And he was drunk too. But I was like, damn, that's crazy. So growing up, I used to always think like the barbershop was kind of like men's sanctuary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is, bro.
Like, it's like the only place where men can really just be like themselves and talk and maybe vent and shit. I know I fucking have my fair share of shit with you. You already fucking heard all my stories. Yeah, man. So what do you think is your next goal, man? You already got one barbershop you've had for many years now. Like, what? How long have you had Lifted Barbershop, the main location?
It's about to be 10 years now.
Bruh, really?
Yeah, bro.
Holy shit. 10 years? Bro, I still remember the
10
day.
years, bro. That's crazy,
Bro,
huh?
what the fuck? You gotta do an anniversary event or something, bro. We probably already got it planned, but like, damn, that's crazy. I remember when you walked in that shit and it was empty, bro. Yeah. When you like first got it, I remember you were like going through the maintenance and working with the landlord and shit. I remember those days. Shit, people don't even know this, bro, but I had a retail store in the back of your barbershop for a few. Like,
first Samual store, huh?
Bruh, remember that? Woo! People don't know that.
Yeah, they don't know about that.
They don't know that chapter. That shit was crazy. My dad helped build the fucking the wood on the floor and installed the TV and made podcasts back there. That shit was crazy, bro. Early days. I wouldn't change it though. So 10 years at Lifted, the main spot, and then the second one, the studio. How many years has that been now?
That one is about the studio, bro. I don't even want to lie to you, bro.
That was
I want
like,
to say it's around like 6 years.
Ain't no little dog years here.
The new shop's about 2 years.
And then the new shop 2 years. That's still a long time already, too.
Yeah.
2 years?
I'll be flying, huh?
That's crazy.
I'll be flying, bro.
Bro, you know how long it's been since I've done Emlyn? 10 years this year.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. That's nuts.
I'll be flying, huh?
We're getting older, bro. We're 30 club now. You're 30 now, right?
A lot of people will be worrying about the time, about how long something takes, but they don't realize how fast it goes. They know that.
Oh, real shit. That's nuts. So what do you think you've learned, like, being a operator of multiple venues and multiple people? Like, what was, like, the biggest, like, lesson you learned just being in that position? Because not a lot of people understand what it feels like to manage multiple businesses and multiple people. Like, that's, like, a very, only certain people know that. You get me?
Yeah, the biggest thing, bro, is not to mix friendship with business. I think that's a huge thing, bro. We need to understand that.
Damn.
That when you're in charge of something, bro, you can't be the nice guy all the time, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta call people out on the bullshit, to be honest, bro. Like, if someone's fucking up, you gotta tell them. You gotta be the guy to tell them, because it's your business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't want to do that, especially when there's some type of friendship. You know, there's some type of, like...
You gotta draw boundaries.
You're getting comfortable, right? And I'm pretty sure you've had that same situation as well, right?
Yeah. You gotta draw that line, man.
Yeah, and another thing, bro, is removing negative energy from the business. If you got someone that's, like, hating on you or, like, someone that's, like, bringing bad energy to the business, like, you got to remove them, even if they're, like, a good player on the team.
Yeah. That's tough.
It ends up costing you the long run, right?
That's tough. It's like a cancer.
Yeah.
That's what they say. It's a cancer.
And it's kind of like a sports team, I'll put it to, right? If you have a sports team and you got the best player on the team, he's showing up late to practices.
Yeah.
Even though he's the best player, bro, he's not setting a good example to everybody else, right?
Yeah.
And then that starts slowly bringing down the whole team, you know, the energy. You know, so that's one thing I've had to do too.
Was it hard to do that in the beginning, or did you like already?
It was, bro, because when you become cool with a barber, it's like you want to see them succeed. Well, the way I am, I want to see everybody win, bro. So to have to let somebody go, it's like you're kind of giving up on them. And
Yeah.
I don't like to do that. I try to give them hope and try to believe in them that they're going to become the best version that they're going to become. I try to work with them. But at one point, you're not doing anybody a favor by doing them favors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to learn their lesson. If you let them slide on anything, bro, they start doing whatever they want. It's affecting the business in a negative way, and they're not learning anything. But if you have to let somebody go, bro, I think that's a learning lesson for them.
Yeah.
The next business, hopefully, the next shop or wherever else they're working,
Yeah.
they realize the mistakes they did in the prior shop, you know?
Facts. Yeah, you got to learn from your mistakes, man. And honestly, dog, there's something about this generation that don't understand those values. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like for you as a barber owner, you work with a lot of young people. Like, how much does patience play a role in all the stuff you do?
I think it's huge, bro, when you're having like a bad day. Because I think
I was gonna say, like, this
everybody's
shit.
like,
You out here?
brother.
Come on, bro. You gonna hop on the stream and say what's up, bro? You being like a stranger, brother?
What's good?
Come on,
Hey,
man.
shout out BQ, shout out Lifted Barbershop. Yo,
on,
I'll
bro.
see you guys later, all right?
Come on, man. Come by.
Y'all looking good, though. Y'all looking good.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I'm not just saying
Come
that
on.
'cause,
No caparoni. Nah, that's true, bro. Patience is a very important
Yeah,
skill.
because like you could be having a bad day, and just because someone like messes up, like you have to control that energy. You can't just let them, you know, because you're having a bad day, then you got to let the energy go towards them, bro. Like that's a huge thing, bro. You know, like keeping your personal life and your business life like separated.
Yeah.
Sometimes people like to mix those up, huh?
all the time. I mean,
Like, it could be a home situation you're mad, and then you can show up to work. And I feel like as an owner, you always got to show up like with some positive energy, get everybody going.
yeah, you have to lead by example. I
Exactly.
agree. That's why I like to have those early workouts in the morning and try to write my notebooks in the AM. And when I come into the studio, I'm already setting the tone. So people have to, follow suit, you know? It's like, there's a difference between leadership and authority, right? Like some people are just telling people what to do and point the finger how to do it.
Yeah.
But then there's some people that actually like push the box with them and move the car with them. Like if the car stops in the middle of the road, I'm not gonna be like sitting in the car. I'm gonna be out there pushing it with you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's the difference between a leader and authority. Like that's why I feel like some businesses have turnover because they operate out of an authority position versus a leadership position. And that's something I had to learn too, just because it's like hard to motivate people, bro. Like sometimes they don't want to do it. Like
Exactly. And sometimes you're dealing with a lot, bro. Like you're trying to like
And you got your
you're
own
trying-
shit
You're
going
trying
on.
to really build this project up where you want everybody to be motivated, and sometimes it feels like you have a couple slackers on the team, you know. And,
yeah,
And I think you have to realize, bro, that not everybody's gonna be motivated as like that. Like the whole team, as much as you want everybody to be, if you have a big team,
Yeah.
if you have a few guys, it might be easier. But when you have a big shop,
yeah,
my shops are like what, 15 people, 17 people, 16 people.
it's a lot of people.
It's like there's usually gonna be a couple slackers on the thing, you know, and it's like
They're gonna slip through the cracks.
it'll frustrate you, bro. But you gotta understand that those are the people that are most likely that are gonna stay working for you, because the people that are very motivated usually are gonna leave your shop within a shorter amount of time.
Yeah,
But the people that don't want to be motivated, they want to depend on everything to come to them, are usually the ones that, you know, stick around a little longer.
yeah,
And not always. I'm not trying to say that for people being lazy. Some
Yeah.
people actually come, they take they love the business, they're doing great, they're making a lot of money, and they end up staying with you because it's a winning environment, right? But like what I'm trying to say is like you got those slackers that don't try too much, and you can't get frustrated for them because you want to see them succeed even
Yeah.
more. You know, you want to see them
Yeah.
get more booked out. You want to see them.
You want them
charge
to win
more.
at the end
You
of the
want them
day.
to win more as much as possible.
Yeah.
So it kind of lets you down, but at the same time, you're just like, you know, that's your option. That's cool. As long as they're paying their dues and doing what they're supposed to be doing, I guess it's not a bad thing completely, right?
Facts. Yeah, because I think that's just the right mindset to have, though. Like, it's like, for example, like don't give that homeless person that $100 unless you're not willing to never see it again.
Yeah.
Like some people will give you that money and they'll count that favor and be like, oh yeah, you owe me next time. You know what I'm saying? Like don't give that to people unless you're genuine about it. Some people will smile in your face and be like, yeah, bro, congratulations, but they fucking hate you. Like, bro, that's real too. Like some people don't know how to remove that emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of had that shit for a while too, where like I don't know how to separate how I felt versus what was really going on. Like for example, like maybe I did take it personal. Like
Yeah, the whole business friend type of mentality.
yeah, you know what I'm
right?
saying? Like it was hard to differentiate the two. Cause I'm a Cancer, bro. I feel what I feel, man. I fucking if somebody does me
But
wrong,
it's
bro.
because you do stuff good-heartedly, right? Sometimes you
Exactly.
do put the heart in front of the business.
That's what I'm saying.
And you're like, damn, bro, like I'm trying to look out for you, and this how you gonna do me?
This how you do me. But at the same
But
time,
you can't let that make you bitter.
Exactly.
You know, you have to keep that positive energy that you want to keep helping people out. You want to keep building teams. You want to keep, being a productive, with a team player mentality. You know, you're not
Yeah.
just gonna be like if you're in charge and you got people under you. You don't want that separation to be too much. You know, where you're like driving Lamborghinis and you got a mansion and these people are out here living like
Exactly.
like down
How
low.
could you even?
You know,
How could you flex that? in
How
front
can
of-
you come into that business and look at everybody and be like, damn, like we're all winning.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't, bro. You know,
Yeah.
people are struggling and they're on your team. So therefore, as a real leader, you want the division to not be so tight. You know, like I'm not gonna go up any higher unless you guys are coming up with me, unless I
Correct.
see everybody else doing it.
Yeah.
So I think that's the mentality I have.
It should feel like we all are.
If I have good barbers on my team, I'm not lifting up the rent. You know, I'm not trying
Yeah.
to be like. If anything, I brought people's rents down.
And that shit,
Yeah.
man, people don't talk about how much that shit
And to do that, bro, like, come on.
in today's economy. Shit.
Got my neck's fucked up too.
There you go. That looks better. Nah, that's real, bro. How many times have you? Okay, I guess the better question. Let's go on a more positive note. Like, who's like your impact players? Like, who's like the person you're like, that's a leader on the team, and I built with them. They've grown.
I got
They've
a few
developed.
on the shops. Every shop got a few leaders, though. To be honest, man.
Yeah.
I got on my first location, we got one on First Street. We got Suave. We got Cortez. You know, Sausage. We got a lot of guys in that shop are leaders already. And those are probably like some of my top guys in there. But
What do you think is the quality that a person should have to be that?
to be a leader, bro, is just to care for the business. It's like let's say like a client walks in and you're just worried about yourself. You're just like cutting your hair. You don't even notice them just because they're not your client. That shows that you're just being selfish.
Correct. Yeah.
But if the client walks in and you're like, "Hey, bro, do you have an appointment today?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, I have it with this so person," and you're like, "All right, I'll let them know that you're here." You're already being a team player from that, you know, and that doesn't even take that much.
Nope.
But people are so just worried about their own little environment that if it doesn't have nothing to do with them, then they don't really care. But then their value as a barber just goes that much down.
Because it's like how they act as a person, essentially. Yeah, that's tough.
Shut up a little bit. Shut up a little bit. Yeah, what's up with your energy with God? How you feeling right now with your connection with God?
Oh, man.
That's a deep one right there.
Woo! No, yeah.
Have you became more religious over time, or have you became more like, you know, on a certain type of ways of thinking over time? Like, what's your mentality on that?
Man, I think on the subject of God, I have had this type of conversation with Maya, as a matter of fact. Like, I always share with her, like, when I have these moments of when I'm thinking about, like, you know, God, like, I want to have a better relationship with God. Like, I don't associate God with, I mean, this might sound ignorant, but, like, I don't associate God with religion, if that makes sense. I feel like growing up, religion was always something that was forced on me. And the way I grew up, like, they wanted you to feel and do things a certain way. Yeah. And my natural human nature was rebellious. Like, I didn't want that. But
let it come from my own nature.
Exactly. Like,
that's a huge thing. That's like same with politics, right?
Exactly.
Don't force anything on me.
Let me have my own relationship. Yeah. And I feel like growing up, I've always acknowledged that there was some form of higher power or some purpose of being here. Because I look at it like very simply. Like when you go into the water and you're there for hella hours, your fingers turn into grip. Like that is by design. Like our ears and our nose, like, you know, if we have an injury, our body naturally heals. Like we're not here for on accident. You get what I'm saying? Like we're here by design on purpose. And I think we all have a purpose in life. And I think that all comes from like understanding yourself as a person, but also being led by like being guided, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I've leaned into that more. Like I feel like I leaned into that more. I'm be like more guided. And I'm also always thinking about like when I do pray and I ask for like for strength and for forgiveness and I ask for patience and strength, I'm always saying at the end so I can help others, so I can serve others. Like I always,
to that too.
No, real shit. I always, because I just try to ingrain that because I feel like growing up, like I said, I didn't have like a person that guided me on a religion topic. But I feel like when it came to that subject, I connected it to like Dragon Ball Z, bro. You know what I'm saying? The reason I always bring up Dragon Ball Z is because Goku, no matter how many times they try to off him and kill all his people and friends, like he always forgave Frieza. He always forgave Cell. Like he was always trying to find a way to forgive them and make them better. And then they would try to kill him. He's like, you fool, and kills them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like to me, that was like whoever produced that probably was connecting it to God in a way. You know what I mean?
Some of these shows be having like
there's some gems in there, bro.
Yeah,
that shit raised us, bro. Cartoons and cereal, baby. You know what I'm saying? Shit. No, that's my shit.
That's dope, brother. Hell yeah.
What about you? I feel like you've been a little more connected lately, bro. I feel like I've been noticing.
I feel like, bro, I started connecting God with more with God when I started feeling like difficulties in life. I'm not gonna lie. Even to take accountability, I feel like I put myself in some situations that were very tough, and these were ways for like. How do you say it? When you do something like, how do you say it, bro? I didn't have so much faith in God, bro, when everything was going good, to be honest. I still believed in him. I still would thank him, but my relationship with him wasn't as strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think going through the obstacles that I've gone through and reaching out to him, you know, and asking for guidance and receiving it and, you know, getting my life back on track, that's been where I've built my relationship with him, you know, through pretty much suffering in a way, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's some situations, bro, that you might not think you can get out of, or that, you know, some habits you may have that you may not be able to stop. And it's just like, God gives you the strength for anything, brother. And he puts opportunities in front of you, and he puts you in situations that just end up working out for the best, you know?
No, real shit.
And I think a huge amount of things is just taking accountability, bro. I feel like everybody thinks they're perfect. Once you understand that you are making mistakes and you want to better yourself, you know, because we're not all perfect, I think that's when he starts really, like, guiding you even better.
Yeah.
And
when you have that humility. You know,
helping you become that great person. Because at the end of the day, like, we're not chasing the bag, right? We're not chasing just money. Money ain't everything.
It's a byproduct.
We're trying to get freedom so we can help out those around us, and that's what motivates us, right? For we manifest that in our minds, that there will be a day when we're doing so good that we can help out the rest that are around us, because we know damn well there's a lot of other people that we have love for that are going through tough times as well.
For sure.
And I think our goal in life is to become the best version of ourselves, so we can help out those around us.
I agree with that.
Can I get an amen?
Amen. That part. Hey, I got a shout out Juice. He's in the chat. He said, my dogs, man. 2 South legends in the making right there,
sir.
man. He said, Samuel was the first motherfucker to slap that cartoons and cereal in high school. We was in the hot box getting low, LOL.
He got a good memory, though.
Bro, that's hella
memory,
funny.
though.
Shout out Juice, man.
Yeah.
Southside. Yeah, because I love this shit, bro. Because like people that are tuning in, we got 3 viewers, but they can
Shout out Juice, man.
They can engage with us.
My brother from high school. I've actually known him since
we know him for a hot minute.
Middle school.
Yeah.
Summer. I went to summer with him.
Yeah,
middle
yeah.
school,
Yep. Yeah, man. Amen
That's
to
good,
that.
that's good.
Who killed Charlie Kirk, bro?
Jeez.
You said we're going
I
there.
don't think we gotta go down.
Nah,
that
I'm just
one.
playing. We were talking about religion, you know. So I said, you know,
I think,
he's a
you know,
Christian.
when I reposted Charlie Kirk, bro, I lost
Ella
I
followers.
lost 3,500 followers.
Damn, 3,500.
Yeah.
That is
not 35,000. 3,500.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I wasn't tripping though, you know.
Woo.
Because I think people are now getting the bigger sign about that. You know, they're getting the
Yeah.
sign that even though it's not if he was left or right or racist or not racist, the fact that he was
just killed.
He was killed in a wrong way, and people always justify it. They'll be like, well, people getting killed over here the wrong way, people getting over here, and it's just like it just starts off with like understanding how not to move. You know, just because someone else is doing it doesn't mean it's okay for you to do it. So me personally, my intention wasn't to defend what he was saying. It was mainly to clarify, bro, that there's just a certain way to go about things, you know?
Yeah.
And who makes us better than them if that's how we're moving, you know? I think when we're younger, bro, we get put music in front of us. A lot of music is about killing, about doing drugs, about, you know, it's a certain lifestyle that gets pushed on us.
Yeah.
I don't even know. We listen to a lot of rap music when we're younger, right?
I listen to hella shit.
So when you were younger, maybe like thinking killing was something cool for you. I mean, me personally, it never was, but I know some people...
That idolize that, or they
will start
glamorize it.
idolizing
They
that, right?
glamorize it, yeah.
And what I'm trying to say is like, bro, once you get closer to what's right instead of what's wrong, you start to have clarity, you know? And just how to move, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like I have enemies right now, but if I did, I wouldn't wish death upon nobody. You know?
Yeah.
The only way I would ever, you know, do harm to somebody is if they try to hurt me or my family. I mean,
Period.
That's one thing.
I mean, even Tupac said that about Biggie. He's like, when he passed away, he's like, even though we were going through our fate and all that stuff, I would never wish death upon anyone because there's no coming back from that. And like some people can't differentiate the difference. I think my only comment with that shit is that we have become so desensitized as a society where we see death on social media as regular. Like the whole thing in Palestine and everything when it comes to lives and shit, like motherfuckers are just like, oh, another person died, on to the next day. Oh, this person died, on to the next day. And that's why when the whole Charlie Kirk thing happened, I was more thrown off by people celebrating death, whether they agreed with him or not. I'm not saying I was for or against him, to be honest.
But that's like demonic shit,
Well, I'll
bro.
keep it a buck.
know?
I never liked Charlie Kirk. Like I feel like his shit was a little too vulgar.
Yeah.
But then once I was like understanding where he was coming at, I was like, okay, I get it. That's what your thing is. But I didn't ever agree with it. But even though I felt that, I still felt hella bad about him dying the way he
Me
died.
personally, bro, I think when I first started seeing his videos, I didn't fuck with him at all, bro.
That's what I'm saying,
I kind of
like,
even had hatred towards him.
by just natural
But I
reaction.
noticed, bro, that there's a thing called clip forming,
Oh, that's
And
real.
people
Yeah.
can make anybody look bad. Like right now, they could get this interview.
Right now, we're
and-
already cooked, bro.
And cut up a couple pieces.
already cooked.
And they can make us both look like bad guys, right? And I think that's what people don't get.
Yeah.
That there's like a bigger idea to things than just what's put in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna try to make anybody look bad, and I think he did have some wrong opinions, but I also did think he had some right opinions.
Man.
So like I said, I wasn't a Charlie Kirk guy, but I wasn't a guy that wanted him gone either.
Yeah, I don't want anyone
You
gone.
know?
Like,
That's what I'm saying. That's
I feel
what I'm
like
saying,
for
bro.
you to think that is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, look,
yeah,
there's certain things like pedophilia
Yeah.
where maybe you're like, man, fuck all those people.
Yeah.
But that's like the furthest. Like that's like the only thing. That's like bottom. You get me? Like
yeah.
anything before that's like everybody.
Exactly, bro. Like, all right, bro. He wanted I think he had something going on where he was like with ICE, right? He was pro get rid of
Yep.
Mexicans. All right, so
Yeah.
that's something I wouldn't agree on.
Yeah.
Right? But at the end of the day, bro, it's like he also had subjects that if you really watched all of his things, then some of them would have actually maybe changed your mind about how you feel about certain things. Because I know he changed my mind about some things.
Yeah.
There's some things that I didn't agree with him. But like the thing is that he started making questions about certain things, bro, and that's the real reason why, he got taken out. And people ain't seeing that bigger image. People were just focusing on A and B. They're not focusing on C. They're not thinking about D. They're not thinking about what other options, why other reasons that this could have happened, And bro, I think pedophilia is like a huge thing right now that's happening, and no one's even paying attention to that shit.
Yeah, it's
People
crazy.
are talking about ICE and they're reposting ICE. Okay, like I get that and understand those people's frustration, especially if you had a parent that got deported or a family member. I understand why your anger is there and you hate this guy. I understand that. I'm not here to like debate you on that.
Yeah.
But also like those people that had anger towards people that were against the LGBTQ, that were against ICE, that were against all these other things.
All these social issues.
Not enough people are speaking about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like no one really.
Shout out Ryan Garcia
No
though.
one really, shout out Ryan
He
Garcia,
fucking
though.
said some shit.
Shout
He
out to
said,
all the
protect the
people.
kids.
Shout out to all the people that look crazy for speaking up.
Yeah.
And they got to do their own due diligence on that.
That's where I feel like
I've been
society's
personally
cooked.
reposting things and trying to show people the truth, and I know some people might even want to call me crazy that I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
But it's all good, bro. Like Kanye West says, you seem crazy when you're telling the truth in a world full of lies.
Yeah.
You know,
Ooh,
it's like-
hit him with a bar.
And it's like, bro, like for you to just live in your mentality of 9 to 5 and just be like, oh, well, I just got to worry about my bills. As long as my bills are paid, that's cool. It doesn't affect me. But it does affect them, bro.
Yeah.
Like everything's affecting them, from the taxes you pay,
Yeah.
from the hours you're working, bro. Who made a 9 to 5? You know?
Yeah, that was by design.
Who knows they're going to change that shit to 8 to 6?
It will be less
You know?
by AI in a
Bruh,
couple of years.
y'all really don't
No
know
one's
like,
even
how
taught.
fast
We're
shit's
cooked.
getting.
No, we're cooked.
Who decided for you how many hours you're gonna work a day? You know, who decided on a lot of things for you, bro? And it's just like people don't question stuff enough. Like me, I like to question everything, bro.
Yeah.
Why doesn't this make sense to me? And like I'm gonna question, I'm gonna look into it. And I think people are just so stuck on just going to their 9 to 5 and coming home and watching their Netflix or their freaking Amazon Prime, and it's just like, or for
Consumerism.
guys watching their sports games, you know. And
Yeah.
I strongly believe, bro, that the sports haven't really caught my attention no more like they used to, bro. I work at a barbershop, so I'm surrounded by sports.
Yeah.
And when I start seeing like gambling take off, bro, and how sports
Yeah.
are manipulated.
Oh, for
Like, how
sure.
are you so into sports knowing that your sports can be manipulated? You know,
For sure.
Knowing that refs aren't calling the right thing, knowing that you know, like there's like a lot of like fraud going in within it. Like, how can you have so much love for your team, but your team's gonna get screwed over because of the system that's being created for it? You know,
Yeah.
it's like people they're very close minded on the way of thinking, and they judge others who like to question. Like you're gonna question me. You're gonna think I'm crazy because I'm actually interested on why inflation's happening.
Yeah. You're trying to have a
You know, and why rents are so
conversation.
high, and why is it so hard to buy a house. Like,
Yeah.
I'm actually asking questions and trying to find the answers to these things. And
Mm-hmm.
people will get upset with you because you want to know more, because you want to find out, you know, what's really going on. And what they're pretty much telling you is like, bro, just shut up and get back online.
Yeah, shut up and dribble.
Man, I'm not gonna
pretty
do
much.
that, bro. You know,
No, that's
I'm
wild.
gonna ask questions, bro.
I'll give you one good example: the vaccine. I remember when COVID
Bruh,
happened.
perfect.
I remember I was having this conversation yesterday, so I was ready for this one. I feel like with COVID, we just forgot about all that shit. And look, much respect to all of the medical workers
Yeah,
and
some
essential
people had to
workers,
get it right. If you worked in the
frontline
medical field,
workers.
they were forced.
I appreciate you putting yourself what's it called? Putting society and community first, and you put yourself in harm's way to make sure you could still serve people, I commend you guys. And I'm not dissing y'all because I know everyone had no choice to keep their job by getting a vaccine, and I say that respectfully. I'm just clarifying that.
Some people didn't have the option, right?
Nah, some people didn't have the option,
and I understand that too, bro.
So when I was working, when I wasn't working, I got laid off. 2020, COVID happened. I didn't have it. Yeah, a little bit, please. I lost my job. I was basically working, shut down, was at the house, whatever, for about a year and a half, and then eventually I landed a job. And I worked remote. It's like, thank God this job's remote. I didn't have to go anywhere, whatever. But I remember that these fools were like, they were like doing these things where they came to the office once a quarter. And they basically asked me like, oh, are you going to be coming to the thing, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, yeah, it sounds cool. Like, you go, okay, you're going to have to get your vaccine, though. Do you have your vaccine? And I said no. And then instantly the tone changed. Like, they were like, oh, okay, well, you're going to have to stay home and this, and that. So I literally didn't go to company parties and gatherings because I chose not to get the vaccine.
Because something didn't feel right in you.
It didn't feel right.
Well, you asked questions mentally. Bro. You were like, why are they making me take this?
Let me explain it so people don't think we're fucking ignorant. So an average time period to produce a vaccine is 18 months. So vaccines that are normally FDA regulated and approved take 18 months minimum. When they did COVID vaccines, it took them a total of 8 months to produce, test, and distribute. And even before that, bro, this is where it gets really like, I might put my tinfoil hat on. When I was tapping in with, Loris Farrakhan, he's like a social activist for like the black community. But he had someone in his group from the Nation of Islam that was talking about, his name is Riza Islam. And this is 3 years before COVID, bro. This is like 2017, 18, one of those time periods. And he was talking about this bill that was pushing through that was lobbied by pharmaceutical companies that was talking about not getting sued if people got killed from the vaccine and certain regulations that were getting adjusted. So that way, if you do take it, they couldn't get in trouble. This is 3 years before COVID, bro. Like, this was really happening. So when COVID happened and then all that shit happened, I started putting two and two together. I was like, yeah, I'm good. Like from the get, I was like, I'm good. And the more and more society kept doing it, like I started noticing people were shaming people for having people at the house.
Yeah.
Like people were,
it divided the families a lot.
You were on Instagram.
Right,
you said, bro, that shit was crazy. That was just the test though, bro. That was the test. Everything that's going on right now is only going to heighten that topic. Like, people are gonna have to pick sides. Yeah,
because before that, bro, like families were more together. They used to hang out. Everybody used to barbecue a lot with my family. We used to hang out a lot. And then once the COVID stuff started happening, like it would be like a how do you say it? Like if there was a family member that had COVID, and everybody found out, they were like, don't invite them over, keep them away. Or if they found out you had COVID and you were over at the house, they would look at you like, you try to kill me,
Bro,
like,
that shit was wild.
It divided the families a lot.
That shit's
Where
so
I feel like families definitely don't get together as much since the COVID days, because it kind of started that division. It might have not, pushed them all the way far apart, but it started creating some type of division between family.
I think that's happening more and more. Just division in general, division men and women, division in politics, division in certain social issues. Like that's by design, bro. Now we going real tinfoil now, but I'm just saying what I'm saying, like because this is something that people observe, but no one talks about because you get in trouble for talking about that shit.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
and even like people aren't willing to have a conversation, like. For example, if you have an opposite opinion about something, like let's just say I consider myself Republican and someone I know is a Democrat, like just informing them of something, like some people don't even have the emotional stability to have a conversation because they would rather be mad at you and say that you're a sellout and a racist or whatever versus actually understanding my point of view. And that's where things get a little unhinged, bro. Like, how can you function in a society where you can't even have a conversation and have civil discourse?
Well, how can you live like in a system though? Like, how can you not go on without your day knowing that you want to break your routine? That how can you be happy with yourself, just kind of like living in this system? Some people, they might not even see the system. That's even a crazier part.
Yeah.
Some people they at least know it's there, but how do you not know? How do you not go crazy like just having to be told what to do? And living with the stress that's being like that you're being put through. Pretty much. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not like happening in front of you, bro. But,
Sounds like men's problems.
yeah,
like we
bro.
fucking can't complain about shit because God forbid we say we got some problems. Shut the fuck up. You're supposed to take care of everything.
Yeah, bro, masculinity being attacked for so much now, bro. Like, bro, the masculinity out here is so low, bro. It's like disgusting, bro.
It's
and it did start off, bro, with there being bad guys. There was some bad guys, bro, that really did make us look bad before. Maybe
I feel like there's a
21
lot
years
of.
ago.
I feel there's a
There
lot.
was a lot, but just because of those guys, they pushed this new way of mentality on all of us, and to be hella soft, to be hella lazy in a way, bro, to not have motivation.
Not toxic.
I'll see y'all later.
Appreciate
Shout out
you.
to all my men.
Hey,
I love all of
man's
you.
up.
Yes,
Man's
sir.
up.
Happy Black History Month.
Hey,
Christ is king.
hey,
Yes, sir.
there you go. That's my fellow Christian right
But yeah,
there.
bro, masculinity is always a
Amen.
tough out here, bro. Like, I feel men should be providers, right?
Yeah.
And we can't. It's hard even for a guy to be providing nowadays. With how everything's so expensive, and then with how social media has people just thinking other ways that aren't helping the relationship. What's the divorce rate out here?
I can look it up.
And I blame that, bro, on just the way that social media has influenced a lot of people, right? For guys, bro, it's influenced us. And I can speak for myself, going out and being with, talking to women, seeing a bunch of women, that's like the thing to do. And in reality, bro, like a man could get lost either with alcohol, with drugs, or with women, bro. And it's something that's kind of pushed that on us since young men through music. Through even our role models, bro, like people that I would look up to before, like they weren't the best examples to me,
Yeah.
So I think us as men, we're always trying to look up to somebody to look up to. We're always trying to find like a big bro, right?
For sure.
And sometimes the influence ain't the best, bro, but by getting close with God, bro, he just pretty much directs you the right way, and he takes all that out. He takes you from all that manipulation that you've been having through growing up. And it's like, I think a strong man now, bro, is a man that doesn't have to depend on any type of drug. A man that doesn't have to depend on going out and partying and being around women. A man that's just focused on becoming the best version of himself and his family. That's what makes a real man a real man.
Yeah, I think at the end
Being
of
a
the day,
provider, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta just provide.
Being a leader, though, bro, because sometimes you're in a relationship where a woman won't let you lead. And me personally, I can't do that, bro.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think they do have a voice as well. But to say that I'm letting my girl lead me, or the person I'm with lead me, that's not my calling, bro. My calling is to become the best version as I can, so I can lead my family, and so I could be a boss in life. If I'm not a boss in my own house, I'm definitely not gonna be a boss on the outside world. So
some people will hear that and they'll be like, "Oh, he's toxic, or he's
yeah, bro, that's already the
machista,
toxic.
or he's like."
But it's already good because feminism is already through the roof, bro. I think that's another thing, bro.
I was waiting for you to say
Even
it.
when we started this, I'm like, I'm not here to offend anybody, but people will already get offended
No,
from
they're
hearing that.
just even hearing the word
Because they can't even hear like another person's opinion.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean,
Well, I'll help you articulate it. You got me to help you explain it. So I feel like right now, and I think there was some truth to women being minority, like they weren't getting certain opportunities, certain limitations, and there was some truth to that.
Yeah.
But then it got to the point where it got hell abused, and to the point where like now they think that women can, what is it called? Men can play in women's sports, or person can change their gender on the spot. Like all these ideologies that were hella extreme, and that's never been a thing before. And I think when you talk about like being a provider, most women actually want that, but they've been taught to believe that they are supposed to be the leader in their dynamic. But what I've learned though about women, like even my girl, like, and she kind of laced me up. There was some truth to what she was saying. There was some things that I was like, okay, no, I don't agree with that. But I think one of the good points she made is like when women become independent and become masculine and they become like that like leader, they do that by putting up a front. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a front. They do that because they're forced to be masculine, because there are, like you said, men that aren't men. Like they're not providers. They're just little pussies that are literally extracting resources from women. They're going couch to couch. They're like on some fuckboy shit. They're not really. They're not trying to commit. They're not trying to be leaders. They're just trying to get by. Like there are men out there that exist that aren't good examples of being men, and that's why certain women have that guard up. And that's why I was like, okay, I get you. Like I told Lisa, I was like, I respect that. That makes sense. But when she got with me and I was taking lead in our relationship, I started paying the bills, started moving out, we started prospering, then she started becoming more submissive, like, okay, I'll go make you, I'll go take care of you, I'll go do that.
It's not just on the women, it's like, it's on both sides.
It's both sides, it's two-way street. But
men are becoming a little lazy ass like pussies, bro, and then that's making women become more, you know, masculine naturally. Because what you're lacking on, they got to fill that cup up with, you know? And it's just like, but it's hard for a man to be masculine and to have that when he's dealing with so much off work related things, you know. Yeah. When you're being constantly like challenged in your own home and you're going through battles and stuff like that, like that's just
the history of men, bro. We've always had to endure crazy shit, gladiators, fucking, bro, you know, all this shit from
your
history.
Home is supposed to be your safe space.
It's the sanctuary.
You know? That's where a man really gets his peace, you know, because the world is already a crazy place as we know it.
But like you said, the man is the provider and he's the creator of the foundation. So you dictate on how that foundation is reflected. Like, you know, if you're gonna build a house with some cheap concrete and then you're mad that the foundation is cheap, then you have to make better decisions of like who you bring into your foundation. Like maybe that woman isn't the woman that is going to allow you to be that leader. Maybe she's going to hold you back from being that leader because she wants more out of you and provide you less. Because at the end of the day, as a high value man, a man that knows what he wants, he knows exactly what he's trying to accomplish. He knows what he doesn't want. So if some people aren't willing to meet in the middle, like you said, it's two-way. So if you're not willing to meet in the middle, sometimes you kind of have to make that tough choice of like,
moving on, right?
Moving on, like that's not what it is.
For a lot of guys that make that mistake, bro. They keep trying to have.
What I've noticed about
both sides, though.
What I've noticed about
certain men, you know, from a men's point of view.
For certain men, bro, there's certain men that I'm like, why are you so desperate to find a relationship? Like, why are you trying so hard to find someone that you could call yours? Like, why don't you let it naturally come to you and focus on building yourself up so you attract women that are on that frequency? Because I feel like people got it backwards. Like instead of chasing money in the foundation, they're chasing the women, and then from there, then they build
man, you want to be able to take care of this woman already by, you know, from when you jump up. Like as an 18-year-old, you don't have a job, and you're taking girls on dates. Sometimes you're taking them out with your parents' money, you know, stuff like that.
And that's real too with today's economy and shit.
It's like that doesn't really feel like even masculine to me. Like for me, it's just like I want to be able to afford to take my partner out to good dinners, you know, and to take the stress off of them financially, you know. And by that, it doesn't. And also, I'm not trying to say, oh, a woman should just stay home, cook and clean, and think that, like, it's a word called machista. You know what that word means?
Yeah, it means.
So I think that word has gotten it's gotten the energy of a guy that pretty much beats their women, that keeps them locked up in their house, that puts like rules on them.
They're insecure. They're insecure.
They're also insecure. They don't want the girl to leave their house because they think someone's gonna come and get her.
Yeah.
And it's just like I think back in the day, machistas didn't even have a bad name. You know, because machistas back in the day they were doing.
It was just kind of a way of life for some people.
You know, they had respect for the woman.
Yeah.
They would show them off. You know, they would provide for them. They would protect them. There would be that emotional support that women need sometimes. You know, for them to be able to come to you and for you to be able to help them solve their problem. You know, for you to be able to be somebody that they could count on. Not where they just come home and they kind of vent to you and you're just like, I don't care, you know, like I have enough stress on myself.
Yeah.
But a real man, like you go take care of your own stress and you're gonna take care of her stress too.
Yeah, that's like it's just like as being a provider, like you said. You know, there's this quote that I always heard.
At the same time, you're gonna ask for your respect, right?
Yeah, you're gonna need that.
Come on, bro. Ain't nothing more than a dude that his girls out here posting pictures like half naked. Like, bro, you look like a sucker straight up, bro. Like, your girl don't have respect.
Well, some, you know,
like,
respectfully though, some people are. Well, hear me out.
Not me, bro.
Well, let me explain it.
At the end of the day, your girl, you don't have to put rules on her on how she should dress up.
It depends. It depends on who the person.
But at the end of the day, like, if she's dressing up a certain way, bro, and going out with her friends, like, and she's putting herself out there in a way where men are going to be approaching her, and people are like, oh, well, you're insecure. No, you're not insecure, bro. It's like
you're put in a
situation, bro. I don't care what it is, man. I've seen enough where I know what's going down. You're not gonna convince me otherwise, you know. You're not gonna like
I know what you're doing.
I've had my fair share of being out there and seeing what it is, you know. So it's like you got to be able to set you don't have to control. You don't. You have to ask what you feel is respectable, and if they can't do that for you, you should walk away. You shouldn't be over here trying to convince somebody to. And that's just my preference, though. There's other people that have different preferences. That's cool, bro. Like, you know. But at the end of the day, my preference is to have more of a wholesome partner that has a respect for herself and respect for me, you know. And for me, that's just the basics, bro. And how social media has really taken over that, you know. And now, like, you got like dudes, girls posting up pictures that are clearly asking for attention, you know. Like there's pictures that are not. I'm not saying don't post any pictures of yourself. Keep yourself hidden away, no. Yeah. But there's also other pictures that aren't appropriate, you know. And I feel like if you feel uncomfortable in a relationship where you feel like you're not being respected, you should be able to communicate that. And if it's not respected, you can walk away from it.
I think a good
what
example.
You don't want to do, bro, is become the dude that starts screaming at them.
Yeah,
that
like,
starts
why are you
telling
doing
them
this?
they're
Why
not
you do
shit,
that?
calling them names, because then you're not shit, you know. Like now you look like the bad guy because you want to put up with that and it's causing you stress, but you're willing to try to ignore it, which you're not ignoring it. Now you're becoming verbally abusive. Now you're becoming like a toxic man. Yeah. Now you're over here like there's some dudes that are crazy, bro. I see.
I've heard.
There's some crazy dudes out there, bro. So it's like instead of you becoming crazy, bro, why don't you just walk away from it? Yeah. Like why stay in that? Why stay in a relationship where you don't even have trust? Yeah. Where you don't even have where you don't look up to this girl. You don't look up to who she's becoming, and you definitely don't want her to be the mother of your kids or to be around your kids. Yeah. You know, because at the end of the day, that's going to be the example for your kids. You know, so it's like, for me personally, I take that very big, you know, in the partner that I choose, because I know that my kids will be around them. And if I have daughters personally, so if me personally, I wouldn't want my daughter doing certain things or putting herself out there in a certain way. Yeah. I think the most beautiful women aren't women that specifically have to go looking for the attention. Yeah. You know? Yeah. They take care of themselves, bro, and they're very humble. And the OnlyFans stuff and all that extra stuff is not even a thing that would go through their head.
Oh,
you know?
God, bro. That shit is crazy, bro.
Like, and for a man to have already wisdom and, like, bro, just stay away from that. Yeah. You know, like, how do you think you're going to turn this girl into a housewife? And some dudes have the illusion that that's possible, and it's not. It always backfires on them. Yeah. And they end up fucking going crazy and shit, bro. I be seeing dudes in my church stressing, bro. They're like about to pull their hair out. Just look at her location. They are. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, just walk away from it. But in other ways, bro, there's also some crazy women out there that will try to keep you locked in, bro. Like, bro, I've heard stories about girls lying about being pregnant, you know, and stuff like that. Damn. And it's just crazy, you know. It goes both ways relationships, bro. It's like same with the girl, bro. If this guy can't provide for you and protect you, and he doesn't have intentions to grow, because sometimes they can't do it from the jump. But if he doesn't have expectations to grow and to be able to provide for you and take stress off of you, then maybe that's not the guy for you. But because also guys will try to call girls gold diggers. Yeah. But it's not being a gold digger, bro. Logically, you don't want to be with a dude that's lazy, that can't provide. Like, you don't want to be living through a tough life, because everything requires money nowadays. For sure. What I'm saying? It's like,
but don't get, there are some gold diggers out there.
There is,
and they've been programmed to be gold diggers.
But you're not, I mean.
Like, the expectation is way too high. Like, you be straight out of college. Paid
too, man. Those dudes that want to be with a gold digger, that's on them, though.
That's on them, for sure.
But there's girls out there that are genuine, and they will be patient with you, and they'll be a good support system with you, and then they're the ones that deserve all that, you know, that and much more. They deserve, me personally, I feel like they deserve to be treated the best.
I agree. Yeah, there's definitely some mixed up stereotypes out there, and people got a different impression on certain things. I just think my biggest frustration is just like how social media has contributed so much to people having false expectations. Not even just women, but guys too. Like, we think that success is overnight. We think that, you know, we can get certain things done a certain way. Entitlement. Like, bro, I've seen some young people, bro, that literally work nothing and expect everything. Yeah. Like, that shit is crazy to me. Like,
I think the older you get, the more you just start seeing that, you know, the people that talk about it, you know, the people that always complain. I think another thing is about being a man, and this goes with your relationship too, is taking accountability. Like, if you fucked up, you fucked up. And I think I could even say I had that problem back in the day where I never wanted to admit that I was wrong.
You were stubborn. You didn't want to admit.
And that goes with anything in life. If your job didn't go well, they let you go, it was your fault. If a relationship didn't work, you know, and she wasn't happy with you, take accountability for that. But maybe it was your fault, you know. Like, we need to stop thinking that nothing's our fault. And the more accountability you take, bro, the more your relationship will work out. The more your job's gonna appreciate you. The more that, you know, you're even gonna look better, because if you take accountability with your body, the reason why you look like the way you look is your fault, you know. Whether, you know, I'm not trying to fat shame, but that's the truth though, bro. You know, like, you can tell a person's disciplined by kind of looking at them, you know.
Our society's cooked, bro, when people start saying the word fat shame. Like, If a motherfucker's
Everybody's
fat,
weak. That's why, man.
that shit is crazy.
And I got big clients
But
too, bro. And some of them are cool, bro. Like most of them, I would say even are cool. You know, like they're not.
I'm not gonna go out of my way to call someone.
They're not disrespectful and stuff like that. But I mean, bro, I've had friends from other countries come, and they tell me like friends from like Sweden or whatever, and they'll be like, nah, bro, like if you're fat, people will just tell you you're fat. You know, like there's no sugarcoating it. But over here, everybody's so sensitive. Yeah. You know, like you can't tell someone that, and they're gonna get all butthurt about it.
I've seen even with my family, bro. My dad on no filter. I remember he called my cousin fat, bro. Like he was like, "Oh, está poniendo un poquito gordo." Like
my parents too, bro. They should do
start crying. I was like, "Damn!" Like,
but I mean, honestly, with your cousins, bro, you get comfortable and you be telling them straight up. You know, I'm not gonna go to a random like chubby dude and be like, "Hey, bro, you're fat." You know,
nah, that's out of pocket.
I mean, if I get comfortable with you and you ask me for the truth, I'm gonna tell you like, "Yeah, bro, you are overweight." You know, that's if you're asking me. I'm not gonna just go and tell somebody that, you know, like, there's a way to have mannerism too, bro. Like, right now I'm saying it publicly, bro, but there might be a fat person watching. They're gonna be like,
he's like, fuck that fool.
At the end of the day, it's like, if I could tell you that how much that's helped me from just taking my physical health seriously, I know it would benefit them too. I know that it would help them out so much if they took care of their body more. You know, I'm not telling you in a way to beat you down and tell you like you ain't shit and you're never gonna be shit. Like, no, it's more of a way like there's always ways to improve. You know, spiritually, financially, and physically. So I mean, it's just about taking that footstep and just not living the next day like it's the same. You know, it's like always trying to be better, bro. Always trying.
And most of the times, bro, it's inevitable that they take it serious. Like some people, if they value life, like they're gonna be like, "Oh, you've been diagnosed with diabetes. You have high cholesterol." When that happens, guess what? They start eating right. They start working out. So it's better to tell them now than fucking wait till that time happens.
Yeah, bro.
And we,
as men, especially as men, maybe even with the women, you gotta be more careful how you tell them. You know. But with the man, bro, we gotta be straight up with each other, bro. Like, real homies don't tell you how it is, bro. Yeah. Like, if I'm out here getting drunk every weekend, my real friends don't tell me, like, damn, bro, like,
you need to chill out.
You need to chill the fuck out. Why you drinking? It's like, you're a drunk. Yeah. Like, you're drunk straight up. Why am I gonna get mad at him for telling me what it is, you know? Because he's only doing it out of love. Yeah. He's not doing it to make me feel bad. It's not like it's not like I'm making hella money and he's telling me, like, damn, bro, chill off making hella money. Like, you're gonna become too rich. It's not even like that, you know? It's a straight up, it's a comment where they're saying it in a considering way, bro.
He said he can't have yes men around me. That's true though. You don't want people around you that are just gonna be like, not owning up and taking responsibility. Because honestly, bro, I've lost friends because I said shit like, bro, you need to like chill out, bro. Like, what are you doing like to work? Are you getting money? Like this and that. Like, I've had moments, and sometimes my friends haven't received it well. But I had friends that also would like appreciated me for.
I know we got a few friends, bro. That's like you and me. You got your own business.
Oh, we got some comments. We got to tell you how it is. But too many men act females, and you can't tell them anything.
Yeah, no, she's right about that though too, bro.
I think my brother's in there. This is Smooth Barbershop talk stream. Let's get it. Yeah, shout out my brother.
Hey, but she's right though. Men are hella sensitive nowadays too, bro. Like men can't even take rejection from a woman properly. Right? Yeah, that's true. What happens if a woman rejects a man? He starts calling her like names and starts, she's a gold digger. Like going back to those petty things, bro. Like rejection is a thing that men need to take better, bro. It's just like if you're gonna go out there and be trying to hit on girls, you gotta learn how to take rejection good too, bro. And I mean, bro, when someone sits in your chair or someone works out with you and you hear them just like venting, you could hear sometimes that they're just being petty, you know? Yeah. Like some people aren't even like saying logical things.
But you know what it is too, bro? Like this is something that we didn't even say, but like some men grow up without dads. Yeah. And that alone is such a big reason why they handle situations like that so emotionally, because they're raised by single women. And look, all respect to the single women holding it down. Yeah.
But and there's still some good guys that come from just moms, you know? Yeah. But the percentage is not as high as if they would have had their dad.
Some men need their ass beat. Yeah.
Straight up though, you know, like my dad will whoop me straight up when I would mess up, and I don't hate him for that, bro. Like sometimes I was out of pocket. Yeah. You know? And sometimes like I think that old school parenting does work, you know, and men need to take, like, that's just taking accountability because the mother's more nurturing. I feel like my mom personally, she's more like on defending me. That's trying to be there for me. But my dad will hold me accountable. Yeah. You know?
My dad too, bro. Shit, remember I was telling you about that situation with my pops? I could talk about it because I don't care. Yeah. But my dad, remember I told you that we did all this stuff to go set up something in the house, and then it broke, and then he got hella mad. He started cussing me out. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, he started cussing me out and shit, and like obviously in the moment I was a little sensitive to it. I was like, man, what the fuck, like, bro. But then we talked about it. We were like, yeah, you know, he's going through a lot of stress and like he's handling certain things a certain way, and he needs to just like chill out, you know. But like normally
to the couch real quick or what?
Oh yeah, we can move to the couch. Move it to the couch, baby. We ain't done yet. But like, oh yeah, hold on. Let's acknowledge the cut real quick. Hold on.
Cut you up a couple times. Bleeding.
All right, it's all good. Yeah, you see me, freshed out. You see that? I'm back like I never left. Look at all the way back. Woo! 360. Hit the 360. Hold on. You know how they do that in the clubs? Like, hit the 360, mommy. I'll be like, yep. I'm gonna hit the 360. Nah, I'm playing. Yeah, your boy got me right. If you need that, you got to tap in with Sammy. Lifted Barbershop, open every day, and tap in with him. He cuts hair for only like rich people. I was just playing. All right, let me fix my shit real quick.
Cut hair for the people that believe in a positive higher power.
Lifted Barbershop. Should I vacuum this real quick? You think?
I think you could. It's not gonna change if you do it right now. If you do it.
Yes, Lord. All right, let's see the comments real quick. Let's see. Also, too many men like to play the victim card and throw the word trauma around. Facts. To the couch. Pause.
Hey, bro,
said pause.
trauma for men should actually be a good thing, though, you know? I think men need some type of trauma, bro.
He said, do
they
you accept
shouldn't use that as a
EBT?
way of victimizing themselves. They should use it in a way of, like, helping them, like, take accountability, like, you know? Facts. Everything that happens to you, bro, it's your fault, you know? If you go to a club and you get in a fight with somebody and you want to blame the other guy for maybe being disrespectful, at the end of the day, it was your choice to be there at the club, you know? So it's like, self-accountability is a huge thing, bro, as a man. Like, anything that happens to you is your fault. Even if it's not your fault, you have to have that mindset that it is, you know? Like, you put yourself in that situation. Something didn't work out, it was completely your fault.
Sorry, just making sure this shit
Is
works.
it working or what?
Yeah, we cooking, baby. Come on, we natural streamers, bruh. We streaming. We like I show speed in this bitch. Yeah, bruh. Appreciate you coming down, cutting my hair and shit. You know, obviously you see my environment. People come in and out of here all the time. It's different, you know what I mean? And then I just think this topic is definitely not talked about in San Jose. Like if we talked about this shit outside, we might risk losing our shit.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, bro, if you speak for what's right, you shouldn't care about losing money or followers. I mean,
but let's dissect it a little bit.
I think for everything I'm trying to talk about, bro, like
that's valid.
You could say I'm putting my barbershops, I'm causing my barbershops to have a bad image or whatever, costing myself clients or my shop's clients. But for me, it's like it's much more bigger than that, bro. It's like I believe in God so much, and I believe in men's masculinity so much that I'm willing to speak about it and not be worried about any repercussions because I know that's what's right, bro. I feel like we need more masculinity out here. We don't need toxic men. We don't need men that want to act vulnerable. We need men that know how to take responsibility and want to better themselves. Because I feel like being masculine, bro, you're always gonna get attacked too. Like if you want to be masculine, bro, they're gonna find a mistake you did. Let's say you got made a mistake last week. They'll try to get on you for that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like they'll try to
they'll be selective of something they see.
Of the problems, they're gonna try to find something to hate on you about.
No, I've experienced
obviously,
it.
like masculine men aren't perfect either. You know.
Yeah. No, I've experienced a lot of that. And honestly, I just feel like it's just men in general are under attack. Like, let's just call it for what it is. And I think it, and I hate to make it about politics, but like, if you notice about how a certain side continuously pushes certain social issues, like pertaining to like LGBTQ representation in the army, like the main person of the army has to be trans, and like the person that plays in sports can be men now. It's like we all know that's a biological disadvantage. And I'm not trying to be homophobic, I'm not trying to be transphobic. At the end of the day, like I've had experiences that have aligned that pattern where like people have literally reacted to me because I'm a certain way, because I talk a certain way, because I'm more masculine. They automatically categorize me as someone that they don't like, and they don't even get to know me. They don't know what I am, what I do, what I represent, and then they judge me, and then later they eventually realize like I'm a cool guy and shit. But you know what I mean? But that's like, but off instinct though, like off image, off of just what you portray yourself on social media, people already categorize you, and that's what makes us so like we're already judged. We're already judged. But you know what's crazy though about the judgment topic in general is only God can judge us, bro. Like everyone is already judging, but what makes you such a good person?
Yeah.
Like you're telling me you're a good person. Like let's go follow you for the last 5 years and see the bullshit you did.
We can find some.
Like, we gonna find some on you
And
too.
we can find some on everybody, bro.
But that's what I mean, though, is like we've gotten to a point in society where we judge people so lazy. Like people have judged us in such a lazy way. Like meaning like they don't even take the time to understand what you've done, your character, and what you do. They just associate anything that is connected to these negative topics, like masculinity, Republicans, Joe Rogan. Like you can say shit like that. You'd be like, you could say someone that you listen to Joe Rogan, they're automatically gonna be like, oh, you're a Trump supporter. Like that's where we've gotten to, where people
they direct you already, right?
They already
pre-direct you. And who says you can't even change your?
Thank you for your help. You want to say bye to the camera? Say thank you for your help today. Shout out Malaya making all the fire videos. Thank you so much. Yes, you have the mic. Thank you.
Just if you want to record, si quieres grabar más, graba y me mandas.
Okay.
Ahí en la memoria no encontré nada nuevo.
Okay. I'll look for it and I'll put it on the folder.
Okay.
And then I'll post that video tomorrow and then let me know about the next one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Adiós, que estés bien.
All right, we still going, man. We still here. Shout out Jose in the back. You know what I'm saying? My boy coming through. You want to come say what's up real quick, man? You're my boy Jose. We just met, Monday?
Yes.
We met on, no, today's Monday. Friday. This is my boy Sammy right here. Sammy, Jose. So you can sit down if you want, bro. And basically you connected with me at the Hispanic Heritage Plaza. Sure. And you work for Paramex, is that how you pronounce it? Yes. Paramex. He has his own independent hustle processing company, helping small businesses save money through transactions, and you also work in logistics. And you in the trenches in the community. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you came to meet me out of the blue and shit.
This is the trenches.
Yeah, right here, literally the orange trenches. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. But appreciate you coming out because you hit me up. You were like, hey, man, can I come work in the studio and shit? I was like, yeah, by all means. You know what I mean? This is an open space. This is a community space. I just wish we were in the first floor, though, you know, so then people could really, like, knock on the door. Yeah. You got to actually come in here, like, legit, you know. It might be better that way because, like you said, we got haters and shit, bro. They're going to come after us, bro. They're going to be like, Sammy?
That's what you think, bro. Another thing, like, you can't say nothing without offending somebody in an extreme way now.
Yeah, bro.
Sometimes people will get butthurt about your opinion, bro, but now sometimes people will hate you now for your opinion. Yeah. You know? And me personally, I have family members that don't agree with what I say on a lot of topics, but I still got love for them, you know? And I still wouldn't wish nothing bad on them just because of politics or even religion, you know?
I was going to say, what's the topic? I was like, I want to curious.
The topic, the masculinity topic is huge, bro. I got like a lot of feminists in my family.
So let's dissect it. Who's the person in the family that's like really critical of it?
Nah,
you don't gotta say the name. Just be like.
I gotta say, but I go back and forth with my cousins. You know, I got
like, are they like girl cousins, guy cousins?
Guy cousins that I go back and forth with about being more disciplined on like physical health. You know, I got a lot of cousins that have kind of given up on their physical health, appearance.
Oh, I see.
And then with my girl cousins, I have there's a lot of things about the feminist and masculinity, like those things. At the same time, bro, some of my girl cousins that are like that, they've been there for me like through the toughest times. So that's why I don't hate feminists, bro. Yeah. You know, at one point I might say I do get triggered by them, but I get over it quick. To say that I have a constant hate towards a feminist, no, I don't, because at the end of the day, I've had cousins that have a feminist mentality, but they've been there for me during tough times. Just like anybody could be there from you from any other type of side, you know. I think we try to categorize ourselves and be like, I can't associate myself with those people or those people. But I feel like at the end of the day, we're all human at the end of the day, you know. And it's just like everybody has their way of thinking because of how they've grown up, you know. Like their house, their like if you're raised in a house that about white supremacy, then you're gonna be thinking like that. Yep. Yeah. But at the same time, you can't lose hope that they might understand your point of views at one point in life, you know. Because if you believe in Jesus Christ, bro, if you're a God believer, the truth is always going to be presented to you. I feel like you can't bend around the lie, bro. You know, you can't think that money's going to make you always happy because it'll be proven to you. You can't think that maybe having tons of women instead of one valuable woman is going to be the way either. Because you know, it just if you really pay attention to the signs, if you think that drugs will make you happy forever, like. There's going to be signs that show you otherwise. And you got to pay attention to those signs. I think a lot of people, they ignore the signs, bro.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that, you know, they don't look at their present moments and realize how blessed they are. like just being around BQ you right now, that's like already like you're blessed right now.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm into that. Appreciate that.
And meeting BQ, that's you got to look at your
Every
current,
moment, right?
every moment,
Every detail.
not where, because sometimes like we talked about it last time. Sometimes you always want more. You want more. Like, you're not satisfied. You always want more and more and more. And I think most people don't realize that their current moment is this is a blessing.
Exactly. You're gonna look back on this.
Yeah. Like this struggle, whatever you're going through, like it's actually a blessing, and it's just making you who you need to be.
Yep. Amen to that.
To be able to accept all your blessings, right?
Amen to that.
We were talking about that last time about it. So.
I was gonna ask you, I was like, how do you feel about this topic? Because in general, like people don't talk about this type of stuff
but
in
you had
general.
a really good
and I don't want to put you in a
man.
situation where you're like, hey, Parabax, what you talk about masculinity for? You know what I mean?
Biggest thing. I mean, these topics are good. As far as discipline, you said that I'm very, that's some of the things I'm focusing right now on my discipline and things like that, because that's kind of what helps us, And I was telling the other day, it's like you are who you hang out with too. Like
you're right about that.
Your vibe off people, like right now I vibe off you guys, and it's making me, So just the people you're around,
you're
just
right,
kind of, you'll become that. And I really
because
believe that.
the group of friends the group of friends that you've hung out with before are way different to maybe the people that you hang out with now.
Like right now, look, I never done this before. Look, see, I'm right here talking.
This is the second time too. Last time you came, the first time. This is what
and
we
the
did.
first time was a little, uncomfortable.
Me too. My first time was pretty uncomfortable.
Get
bro.
out your comfort zone. That's what they say, right?
Yep.
That's the only way you're gonna grow.
I feel like right now my saying is like the more uncomfortable it feels, lean into it more.
Yes.
That's what I've been telling people.
Yes.
Like the moment it feels uncomfortable, just lean into it more.
Yeah.
So like, bro, the last since Super Bowl, I've been doing hella videos and shit. Like Malaya's helped me out with the video behind the scenes. We're doing the we're doing the podcast here, and I'm posting clips. I just did an interview with, bro, I didn't even tell you. I did an interview with the CEO of Purple Lotus, bro.
Oh, yeah, there you
bro,
go.
like,
I
I met so many people. I didn't know who was the CEO. I thought there was like 3 of them. I was like, who's the CEO? But then I finally met the actual guy, bro, and we did a podcast. I'm going to post it hopefully this week, but bro said he made like $26 million, bro. I'm like, holy shit. Like,
damn,
I'm in the presence of a millionaire. Like, you know what I mean? But obviously, I met
that
people.
motivated you, right? It didn't make you feel jealous.
I think what I appreciated is like having an eye-to-eye conversation with someone like that, and they respect me and they recognize what my potential is. Like he was really acknowledging everything I had, and he was like, "Yeah, I really fuck with what you got." And he's like, "I can feel your passion. Like, it's like a beautiful thing." Like that's what he said, quote unquote. So like, seeing that made me reassured that I'm in the right path. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just little moments like that.
And that's important, bro. I mean, God put them in your path for a reason, right?
Bro, you know what's crazy
Everything
is
is set up like that.
It went from Corey. He came by to just network. I offered him the opportunity to do photos at the event. He connected me with his boss, which his name is JC. JC was geeked off everything. He was like, bro, I got to introduce you to the executive. Introduced me to the executive. His name is Paul. Shout out Paul. And he runs all the operations of the business. Like he runs the business, right? Yeah. But he's not the owner. He's just the operator. And then the actual CEO, he was referenced from him. So 4 meetings with Purple Lotus, bro. And it was all organic. Like I wasn't trying to sell them anything. Like in the end, they might be a client. Like we might service them, but it didn't start like me trying to sell them. It was just like, bro, we just connected off energy, like everything we're creating. And
a lot of it is positive energy, right?
All positive.
Positive energy.
And even if we don't, like, I'm still glad I met them, and like, you know, I'll still buy some weed from them. You know, I be going there all the time. Shit, I still buy some. I love me them pins. You know what I'm saying? Those disposables. But yeah, that was cool. You know who else came in here yesterday was Uchenna. You remember Uchi? Yeah. He came. He just started his clothing brand, so we were promoting that. I think for me, what I love about all this shit is like I get to uplift people that are doing
a platform
dope
now
shit,
for
bro.
the people too.
Just
right?
trying to help people out and promote their shit. Always uplift them, and in the end, like my money comes from doing events. You know what I mean? So this is a side hustle technically, you know what I mean? Yeah. But you know, Emlyn, bro, we've been doing this shit since it was in the back of your shit, back of your studio. Because I don't think you know, but I had a retail store in the back of his barbershop back in 2016. And this is like early days of doing all this shit. So your journey can go so far. But you know one thing he said though that hella stood out to me? He's like, everyone acts like there's this secret formula to success. But he's like, but the real key is you just can't give up. Yeah. Like you just gotta keep going. Keep pushing. And I thought, you know, it's so funny when he said that. I was like, bro, that's so facts. Like you just if you ask anyone that's successful, you ask them how it was, how they got there, they're just gonna say, I just didn't stop. Like I just kept going.
Yes, sir.
And
manifestation is huge, though, right?
visual.
Yes,
You,
it's
you,
I think we were talking about mindset the other time too. Your mindset is everything.
Yeah. I think what was I gonna say?
And like you said, though, appreciating the hard moments, though, right?
Yeah, because that's what makes you
the experience of it. Because when you overcome that, that's when you feel
that's what you
rewarding feeling.
That's when you're ready for your blessings.
Yeah.
Because you overcame all that. And see, a lot of people, I think they don't realize like they want right, but they have to be ready for the blessings. They can't
for what you have to give up to for those blessings.
like when they say it's luck, it's not. Sometimes you have to be ready for the opportunity when it arrives. Like you have to be ready for the opportunity.
You're right.
The only way you're gonna be ready is
because if you keep working, that opportunity will be presented to you, right? Because you have that faith, right? You have that belief, that manifestation,
conviction. Every time I speak to BQ, he speaks with so much passion and conviction. He like blows me away.
Like he's like setting passionate. It up for himself. Like the universe is gonna work out for him because at the end of the day, he's already like.
It's God's plan.
Yeah, it's God's plan.
Nah, real shit. You know who I really like? That I like to, growing up, we always had these like athletes or celebrities that was like really inspiring. Like for me, growing up, it was like 50 Cent. It was like P Diddy before the Diddy. You know what I'm saying? It was like Nipsey Hussle. Like
before the Diddy.
Yeah, before the Diddy. But I'm saying like all these people were entrepreneurs. They inspired me when it was like not popular to be like an urban culture entrepreneur. It was like early days. But one of the people that God damn, it's the damn weed, bro. I forgot what I was gonna say. I forgot what I was gonna say, bro. I was about to go in right now. I forgot.
Sometimes you start explaining it so much that you forget.
God damn. I know it was good, but
no, the business. I think mix of cultures. What were you gonna say?
I think for me, it was just about the inspiration I got from a person.
Business.
Like a person. Oh, like
business.
I know who it is. It was Ilya Taporia. You know Ilya Taporia?
I don't know who that
So
is.
Ilya Taporia, he's a fighter in the UFC, but he what's really dope about him? He's like as big as Conor McGregor potentially, but he's humble and he praises God and he always talks about like being a professional. But one thing is really cool about him is like he kind of reminds me of like a player from Real Madrid or some shit. Like you know what I'm talking about? You know how those Spaniards like they carry themselves off like they're hella fly, like they have all the nice shit.
I think as young men, bro, when you're little, you always look up to somebody, right, bro?
Oh, you have to.
You always
absolutely.
there's always something you notice. Like you're very like.
I grew up playing soccer, so like I grew up like wanting to be like the good soccer players. And you always look into that.
We look for like leadership, right? Because we're young men. Because we want to be leaders at the end of the day, right? So you pay attention not just to the nobodies, not to make sound like there's men out there that are nobodies, but you pay attention to the dudes that are like leaders that are big time shots, right? So even when it comes down to family, I mean, I paid attention a lot to my older cousins, the ones that I see with nice cars and stuff like that. So it could be a dangerous way to be influenced too, bro. But at the end of the day, you're looking to be influenced, right?
Yeah. But the biggest thing I think, if you just like, it's not about what they have. If you really learn what it took for them to get there, like their daily routine, the late night, the early mornings, late nights. You know what I'm saying?
The behind the scenes stuff.
Behind the scenes stuff. It's not like it doesn't come overnight. Like it's the early mornings, late nights. You're constantly working on your craft, and that's what a lot of people don't realize is they just see the nice stuff, and it takes a lot just to get there.
Yeah, you're exactly, bro. You're exactly right.
Yeah. No, that's on point.
The behind the scenes stuff is a lot, bro.
Yeah. No, I mean like this hustle, like right here, like BQ. This is straight like behind the scenes. Like he's like in the, so, and most people are they dream of being in this situation. So you have to seize the opportunity, and it's right now.
I gotta show y'all that.
Just like how he's dreaming to be in somebody else's situation.
Yeah.
Someone's already dreaming like his.
About him. Yeah,
exactly.
They want,
so it's like the steps to it, right?
That's the steps to take.
All right, I gotta show y'all Ilya Taporia just because you gotta understand what I'm talking about.
Sure.
So what I love about the stream is I can show the screen and everyone can see what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna pop up on the bottom stuff. So check this out. On this is OBS. So all I gotta do is go to desktop and then it goes to the screen and we're right there. So right now I'm gonna show y'all the fucking this shit. Hold on.
Oh yeah, I knew he is. Didn't he just get divorced?
Yeah, he's going through shit right now, unfortunately.
But see, and you don't even know what the real story is behind that. I mean, people will tell you, "Oh, this is what happened, this is what happened," but bro, you never really know now the truth with social media, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's so easy to be lied to. It's so easy to be lied to.
There was a verse by Drake that said, "Everybody talks and everybody listens, but somehow the truth always comes up missing."
Yeah,
and that's true, bro. Like
you're right.
It's just like the truth is always like under.
It's hard, bro. Like to get the truth now from
Especially
your phone.
Media,
it's
like,
so easy to be
false news and
to be brainwashed
people,
and to think something else. Clip farming, like I'm telling you, is a huge thing, bro. Like when you're talking into a mic and they could just clip out a short part of it and make you look like a completely bad person, you know? And that's what's happened to a lot of people that I think that, you know, have platforms and they try to use their platforms for good. And I feel like they get attacked that way, you know, like they get made look like bad people because the system doesn't want them to preach what good is in the world, you know, to preach masculinity, to preach accountability, to preach self-discipline, all the stuff, you know, to get close with God. Is just like all that stuff is.
That's true, man.
It's attacked nowadays, bro. You know, you got a lot of big people, bro, that don't speak up, you know, and you wonder sometimes why, you know, like people that have platforms and I think for them, they just don't.
Well, I think it's more like a business now. Like
they're worried more of how it's going to affect them financially.
Yeah, it's like a business now. Like it's not even like they have to be careful and what they say and things like that. They can't.
De verdad, todo,
Like, I just heard him say,
todo.
that one-
No hay nada regalado en esta vida. Y todo se puede conseguir. Todo, lo que te propongas.
Translate to our
Siempre digo
English
lo
viewers.
mismo, es que de verdad es algo impresionante. Si alguien como de verdad como tú y yo salió, vio la luna, preparó una nave espacial, subió arriba, lo hizo esperar, lo pisó, volvió a la Tierra. Un día alguien imaginó un rascacielos y hizo un plan, lo dibujó y lo puso ahí. Que es imposible. Meterte en un octógono y ganarle a alguien como tú. Conseguir dinero, conseguir un buen puesto de trabajo, ponerte en buena forma, aprender a disciplinarte. Yo ya sabía que estaba para la UFC, ¿sabes lo que te digo? Hice 2 peleas, me quedaban 2 peleas más en el contrato, pero dije, mira, si yo consigo salirme del contrato, sé que la UFC me va a firmar. Cuando uno tiene confianza en sí mismo, ¿sabes lo que te digo? Atrae lo que piensa de él, ¿sabes lo que te digo? Yo siempre es como que es la ley de la atracción, ¿sabes? Si tú de ti piensas que te mereces, yo qué sé, 10.000 euros al mes, Dios te va a poner todo para que tú obtengas eso, ¿sabes lo que te digo? Depende del pensamiento que tú tengas de ti mismo, lo que tú vales. Si tú crees, yo valgo, el universo se va a conspirar para que tú obtengas lo que te mereces.
Here's more videos, but
They're gonna tell you you can do it. They're gonna knock you down and doubt you. But guess
seen some
what?
videos from
The
him.
only person you need to achieve anything in this life
But he talks about
is yourself.
manifestation a lot.
Just trust yourself.
Manifestation
Work
is
tirelessly.
that's the whole point, man. It's the manifestation. I feel like, bro, I've been speaking Emlyn into the universe since I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know what it was gonna look like. Was that?
I can pay for the parking after, right?
Yeah.
They won't give me
Nah, I think on the way out they confirm.
the way. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
shit. You know what? I forgot to pay. I forgot to pay for my parking.
Where'd
bro.
you park at?
Right on the street.
On the meter?
Yeah. It's good. How much is it?
I park
20 bucks?
inside.
It's like the ticket's $40 and then
Okay.
60 cents.
It is what it is.
You
I
might get
parked
like,
inside, but inside they're cool, right? Like
yeah, inside you're cool. You can pay on the way out.
Okay. All right. Go ahead with the
Yeah, no,
manifestation.
I think the biggest thing what I was trying to share there is like the visualization. You know what I've been like implementing into my life lately, bro, is meditation. Like literally, like meditation is in different forms. Like some people literally take their shoes off and they're touching the grass and they're fucking like, you know, they're turning into a plant. They're I am Groot. You know what I'm saying? Like for me. It's just being at peace. Having a moment of peace, like you're just sitting down on your balcony. For me, it's looking on the balcony and early in the morning after I work out, and I just sit there and I literally just envision my day from the moment I leave the building to the moment I drive away, till I get to the office, till I interact with the next person, till like I go to my next thing, until I get to the end of the day. Like I literally visualize the whole day, so that way, like when I step out, I at least have like a guide of what I want to manifest. So as I lean into it and it doesn't go that way, I'm at least prepared for like outcome 2, outcome 3. And I don't know, some people might call that crazy, but I feel like the best thing you could do is meditate on what you're trying to do. You visualize it. And if it doesn't go the way you want to, you think about what you're going to do if it doesn't go that way. So that way, when life hits you, you're not just sitting there with your hands crossed, like, what am I going to do? Like you really got at least the conviction to pursue that path, you know what I'm saying? Because, bro, when I started Emlyn, bro, I you got to realize, 2015, 16, it was not popular to be an entrepreneur. Like, entrepreneurship in those days was frowned upon. Like, people would look at you, te critican, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, ¿qué está haciendo con su vida? Like, oh, no vas a trabajo, no tienes escuela, like, blah, blah, blah. Especially in Latin households, like, that was super frowned upon.
My brother and my sister went to college, so like it was a big decision for me to drop out. So I already made that mental decision to pursue business, deal with all the criticism, deal with all the shaming, all the judge. And bro, I remember I was selling clothes at the college that I went to school at De Anza, and professors would literally walk up to me and be like, bro, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with this shit? They're looking at my clothes. They're making these like ugly ass faces at me, like, and they walk away. Hella disrespectful. But it's like those moments, like I smile in their face because I knew something they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like one day, they don't even know how much money I was making doing those. I was making like $4,000 fucking selling clothes at the campus. And those people are fucking my old classmates, and they don't, they're not even being paid. You know what I'm saying? Like they're working in school and shit. And no knock on education. I just think like the system has been, the system is flawed. You know what I'm saying? Like at those days I was thinking about it. I was like, wait, all my peers are going to go to a 4-year. They're going to pay $60,000 to $80,000. They're going to go in debt. And by the time they graduate, that debt and interest is going to go to 6 figures. And their new job, that is a 6-figure income job, is going to be paying that debt and then making whatever just to live a life of just to say that you did it, right? And I knew that early out. So I made the conscious decision to be like, I'm going to do this. And I was willing to deal with the repercussions as far as the judgment. But now everyone is a fucking entrepreneur, bro. Everybody got a side hustle. Everyone's selling plates.
I think they passed a law, bro, where you can start selling like food from your house.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, I've been seeing people like outside their house now selling food.
Shout out
that's
to...
dope, though. I go try to pass by once, at least to show some support.
Nah, there's a spot. I'm going to put you on, bro. You might have had this before. It's called Keto's Burger. Have you guys heard of that? Let me show y'all real quick. So my girl works with her coworker, and her husband makes food in the house, bro. And I went, and that shit was gas. Oh, Keto's Burger spot. Right here. Yep. I'll put it on screen so y'all can see it. Let's see. Instagram. Keto's Burger. This spot right here on the east side, bro. In the hood. Go to the hood, bro. You go walk in the backyard. There's an open sign in the backyard.
It says Keto's. Is it really keto, though?
Bro, look at it. Nah, it's some gassy ass shit. Bro. They got
East Side San Jose. Get your order in before the Garcita.
Para todo lo que están pidiendo, vamos a tener un challenge.
Estas hamburguesas nos salían cada rato en el folio page.
That was fire. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That was fire.
Nada más eran un tipo de hamburguesas, pero no, tienen como 7. Yo me pedí la de bacon special porque a mí no me gusta tanta cosa. Nada más la carne, el queso y cebollas asaditas y bacon, obviamente. También tienen una salsa de la casa y una salsa habanero que la verdad son muy ricas. Están muy cositas, pero ricas. Mi esposo se pidieron una muchona. Esa es una hamburguesa grandísima. Sabe que tantas cosas, pero míralo, él bien feliz comiendo. Todas las
That's dope, bro.
Hey, how do they tune in to the podcast?
On our Instagram, you can go to our bio, or you can go to kick.com/Emlyn.
Hold on, let me see it. Someone wants to tune in.
With his hand-pressed patties
Send me
seasoned
that.
to perfection, has flavor banging through the ceiling. These
I
burgers
posted it
are
on my
giant.
story.
I'm talking burgers the size of your head, with unique and delicious combination
That
of
shit look
flavors
fire.
and amazing sides like the Keto's fries.
I might try and be healthy, though, bruh.
With more and more. Mama Lechona.
I might have that
The
once.
surf and turf from Keto's.
One of these days, though.
God, this thing is a masterpiece. Oh, yes. The surf and turf burger. So treat yourself to a giant Keto's burger today. And stop
That's
on
what
by
it
and
is.
tell them King Foodie sent you. The surf and turf burger at Keto's, an absolute must try. Oh my God. The 4x4. Oh my.
Damn, that shit look gas, bro. You're making me hungry already, bro.
I'm gonna lie, I'm hungry too, guys.
Let's go get some food, bro.
This is the one. I'm coming back to this.
Definitely get this. You're on the east side.
All right, let's wrap up the pod, man. Let's let people know we gonna cut out. Let's say some what's up shit real quick, because I already realized it's already 4 o'clock.
Yeah, it's already.
Yeah, Brody. Let's get in.
Said, I was watching you.
Girl! All right. Hold on.
Oh, damn.
Probably like, I heard what you were saying. Oh, look at this. Look at the comments. They said, do he accept EBT, though?
Yes.
He said, everything literally is your fault. I began as a young entrepreneur, and this is what I thought. blame everything on yourself.
Yeah,
And that's
amen to
something my
that.
brother said the whole system is a scam, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's right about that too. Hey, at least the people is agreeing with
Hey,
us,
we
man.
got 5 viewers.
My goal is not really to offend nobody, like I said, bro. My goal is not to attack nobody. I'm learning on how to be the least judgmental person that I could be.
Yeah.
And I know that over time I'm only gonna keep getting better, you know, by the way I treat people, by the way, you know, I carry myself, and by the discipline that I have, and my faith with God, Jesus Christ, amen.
All praise to the Most High. Yeah, man. Shout out to the viewers that came. We gained 3 new followers. You know what I'm saying? Piece, brick by brick. Eventually gonna have a wall, man. We just did our 2nd stream, and honestly, bro, I'm just telling you this right now, bro. I'm gonna manifest it right now. This shit by the end of the year is gonna be unrecognizable, bro. Everything you see is gonna be unrecognizable, only because of the fact that we're making content like how we used to, but even better. Like the quality is way better, and we're fucking having motion with the events. Everybody knows who the fuck we are. Yeah. It's no mistake that we're at where we're at. There was a video that LaRussell posted, and he talks about how he's big now, and he was like, "I've been doing this for 10 years. Y'all are just finding out about me now." That's how I feel about this shit.
No, yeah.
Like, there's some people that know me through Culture Night Market. They know me through like community events, but they've never seen this. But this is what started everything. You get me?
Yeah.
So I'm like waking motherfuckers up, like, bro, I've been here, bro. Y'all just finding out. Like, that's how I feel right now, bro.
Yeah.
Game over.
Proud of you, bro. For real.
Appreciate you, man. Proud of you too, man.
Love,
We fucking
man.
business owners, you know what I'm saying? My guy
Nice to meet
Jose.
you as well today, brother.
Last message to the people, man, before we close it out. Say something. Let the people know something.
Man, let the people know. No, biggest thing is mindset. We touched on mindset, discipline, a bunch of other topics I wasn't involved, but you know, fix your mindset. You know, fix your body. I think.
Amen to that.
You know, because I think it starts with the body. Your body is handling everything. So you fix your mindset and your body. I think that's where it starts. And meditation, like you said, I think meditation is key. Like that, you want to be at peace with yourself. I think that's the biggest thing. At peace with yourself. So.
Hell yeah, that one's to have love for yourself, self-love, right?
Yeah, self-love, man.
Yes, I think mine would be as a man, what I'm gonna be preaching. I'm looking to open up a barber college as well, but my barber college it's gonna be much more than just cutting hair. It's gonna be what I preach. It's gonna be physical health, financial stability, spiritual health, and physical, spiritual, and financial stability. Yeah, right. And then life balance. How to balance your life, because I think as a man, we sometimes either overwork, we're not spending enough time with our family, we're not giving our body the right treatment it should be receiving, and I think if you balance all that out, you'll become the best version of yourself. You know, so
best version, baby, the only version you should want to pursue. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Shout out to everybody. M1 exclusive. Follow us on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to the Kick. For the 5 folks in, subscribe to the Kick. We're gonna keep growing. Thank you guys. Peace out, man. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna start packing up. It's all good. What's up? You trying to get food still, or you catting? I'm down to get something.